Yes, welcome to Afreak 24. This is your 24-hour channel that keeps you updated, that keeps you informed when it comes to political, sports, and all matters that involves news. So today, of course, this is Euro 2024 tournament. In less than 12 minutes, we are going to witness Netherlands. Playing against Austria, and what I can say is that this is a very tough game, but before we go on to that, I want us to tackle what happened yesterday. Actually, I watched the game yesterday whereby teams are struggling. The Giants are struggling to win this Euro 2024 tournament. This shows how the teams are so prepared. Teams are ready for this Euro tournament. And actually, when I watched the game between Portugal and playing against Slovenia, I was so shocked because I was not expecting that game to go up to extra time to be determined by the penalties. And this is one thing that I want to say is that Euro 2024 tournament is quite different from Euro 2020 tournament because I have witnessed the defending champions that are so strong. They were eliminated because they were not keen. They were not sure whether they're going to play in the Euro tournament. Italy, Luciano Spalletti, who is the head coach of Italy, when he was debated at the press conference that was held, he said that the team was not prepared. And yet this tournament happens after 4 years. 2020, the Euro 2020 was delayed because of COVID-19. But when it happened in 2021 in UK, that is England, the Italians won this Euro 2020. And now 2024, they have been eliminated by Switzerland. This shows how this Euro tournament is quite different from the other tournaments. And one thing I want to say is that Italians, when I watched the game between Italians and Switzerland, the Italians midfield was not up to the best because I watched the Marco Luciano and I also watched Pellegrini. They were not able to control the midfield. And in addition, the Eddie Jorginho. Jorginho was there, but again, he was so slow. The Swiss game was so fast, and that is why the Italians were defeated by the Switzerland. One thing I want to tell you is that this Euro is quite different from another tournament because we saw yesterday Slovenia pulling one of the greatest performance against Portugal. Portugal has a lot of talents. They have the influence of Cristiano Ronaldo. They have the influence of best players in the European tournaments, and I was not expecting Slovenia to just pull that performance up to 120 minutes. But one thing I want to say is congratulations to Slovenia goalkeeper Martin Dubravka, because Martin Dubravka, he was so keen with the goalpost, and that's why he prevented the Portuguese from scoring. Ronaldo was not sure whether he is going to score the last penalty. And one thing I want to say is that after Martin Dubravka saved Cristiano Ronaldo penalty, we saw what happened. Ronaldo was there crying, and the team, the likes of Diego Dalot, the likes of Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, the likes of Nuno Mendes, and the likes of Rafael Leao were there consoling him because they did not expect. If Cristiano Ronaldo could have scored that penalty, absolutely the match could not go up to the extra time. But after he missed the penalty, he has been used to this goalkeeper because Martin Dubravka plays for Atletico Madrid, and Cristiano Ronaldo, when he was in the Spain, he played for Real Madrid for quite long, and before he moved to Italy, where he played for Juventus, he was sure who is this Martin Dubravka, and Martin Dubravka could not hesitate yesterday to save that brilliant penalty from Cristiano Ronaldo. And what I watched is that Ronaldo took the responsibility after extra time. He was so man-marked by the Slovenia national team. That's why he could not score. Actually, if I was asked, Cristiano Ronaldo could not take that penalty because why would he take that penalty? And yet we have Bruno Fernandes there. And yet we have the likes of Rafael Leao, who are the key players and can score those penalties. So what I want to say is that yesterday Slovenia pulled one of the greatest performances in this Euro tournament, and this is what we call football. And football is made in Europe. That is all what we know, because if you compare the football that we have in East Africa, Africa, generally, we can just say football is made in Europe. Of course, you see what is happening in the Copa America. Yesterday, you can see how the games were played. You saw USA play against Uruguay, and also you have seen Brazil there playing. But one thing I want to say is that Euro is totally different. So, congratulations to Slovenia. Of course, that was a big save from goalkeeper Diogo Costa from Portugal, because if Benjamin Sesko could have scored that goal against Portugal, then that will be the end of Portugal. We saw the same incident that happened in the World Cup 2022, where Emilio Martinez saved that goal, where Colomwani, the France forward, was able to score, but Emilio Martinez denied him that clear chance. So yesterday we saw Benjamin Sesko trying to score that goal, but again, Diogo Costa, who was the man of the match for that game between Portugal and Slovenia, trying to help and block that shot from Benjamin Sesko. So what I'm going to say is that Slovenia pulled one of the greatest performances yesterday, and we are happy for them. Despite at the end of the day, Diogo Costa was the man of the match. The goal for Portugal made sure that they are not going to score any penalty, and he saved 3 penalties. I was watching the penalties from Slovenia, and it's like Slovenia, they are not sharp with scoring penalties, and that's why they went wrong. Portugal at the end, one of the best scored yesterday. I saw Rafael Leao, although Rafael Leao was marked by the Slovenia, but what I saw is that Portugal, the likes of Pepe is almost 1 years old, but he pulled one of the greatest performances yesterday. Despite the age, he was there at the defensive, trying to make sure that Ruben Diaz, together with Bruno Mendes, they were on the right track, and that is why actually, if I was asked yesterday, I could give Pepe that man of the match, but at the end of the day, goalkeeper Diogo Costa was given that match and man of the match, and I would say he was the best because saving 3 penalties is very crucial to this game, because Euro 2024 is totally different. Despite Martin Dubravka saving Cristiano Ronaldo penalty, they went at the edge to score and win this game to go through quarterfinals. So quarterfinals, there are teams that have already qualified. We saw Germany, they have qualified, they are the host by day for this Euro 2024 tournament. Already qualified. We have the Switzerland. Switzerland eliminated defending champions. Those are the Italians. So they have already qualified for this Euro 2024 tournament. Of course, we have France. They eliminated yesterday Belgium. They have qualified for the Euro 2024 tournament. So we are expecting to see a tough time because Cristiano Ronaldo will be facing his is small boy. You know, I will call him small boy because Kylian Mbappe has been idling on what Cristiano Ronaldo is doing. And we saw the last time when Mbappe joined Real Madrid, the post for Real Madrid, whereby Mbappe posted Cristiano Ronaldo commented there. And that was the most liked comment in Instagram. That is why Mbappe is a big fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. So we expect that will be a tough game. One of the giants will be eliminated from that game because on Friday, you know, Mbappe will be facing Cristiano Ronaldo side. But one thing I want to tell Portugal is that their game plan is very poor because they are not trying to utilize the forward. You know, I know Portugal has Joao Felix, they have Cristiano Ronaldo, they have Bruno Fernandes, they have Rafael Leao, and also they want to make sure that if they are playing against very sharp side France, where midfield is dominated by N'Golo Kante, and they are very sure that the forward is made uh, by this guy, Kylian Mbappe. So I want to assure you that this game will be very tough, and I hope that Portugal is going to pull performance, France is going to pull performance, and this is one of the things that you are sure that you will be entertained. Of course, in Africa 24, we'll keep you entertained. We'll keep you informed by this tournament, and I'm very sure if you have been following what is happening in this Euro, you can tell that this Euro is quite different from the other Euros. Yes, of course, you know England is there, but England, you know, England, they got it Southgate with all those talents is still struggling to give us the best line. Southgate, he could not manage to top Group D, but still he got the way through. And the players are not sure whether they are going to play, whether they are going to compete for this Euro tournament. Because the way I've been seeing Hurricane is one of the top players. Hurricane is one of the players that will give you best performance because he knows how to position himself, he knows how to score goals, he knows how to come back and pick the ball and dribble. But now in this Euro tournament, it's like Gareth Southgate is not giving the best midfield because the last game where they played against Slovakia, he was giving them, he was giving Hurricane, Kobe Maino in the midfield and Declan Rice. Uh, at the wing, they had Phil Foden, and they were sure that this team is very strong. But whatever I watched against England is that they have a long way to go. But again, the teams that have qualified, we have England, we have Germany, we have France, we have Portugal. We're waiting for in the next 1 minute. We are seeing Netherlands. You know, Netherlands. They have the likes of Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay is there. They have Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk is there still. He's the captain for Liverpool Football Club. And what I want to say is that I was Netherlands playing. And one thing about Netherlands is that they are very sharp when it comes to striking. They have Cody Gakpo and Memphis Depay there together with Nathaniel Akin, the defensive with Virgil van Dijk, and they have very good midfield. So what I can say is that things are not going to be the same. Things are going to be tough for these group stages and also round of 16 because today, if Netherlands wins, then we are sure they are going to proceed up to the quarterfinals. You know, quarterfinals. There we have already known that Portugal will be playing against France. You have already assured that England will be facing very tough side, and very sure if Gareth Southgate is not serious with what he's doing, absolutely things are going to be tough. So what I can say is that this Euro is quite different. And one thing I will tell you is that if we get a team like Switzerland, the likes of Emmanuel Akanji, the likes of Shedan Shakiri, the likes of Ricardo Rodriguez, the likes of, you know, they have the best players. They are sharp in the midfield, defense, and striking. So if at all we get Switzerland winning this team, we will be sure this Euro tournament, we will be sure that football has changed because I don't want us to be sure that if it's not Portugal, it's France. If it is not England, it's a German. So I want Switzerland to come there prepared, win this game. Because if it wins this game, then we will now get to know that football has changed across Europe. One thing I want to tell you is that Switzerland, I am fully supporting them because they have shown us they are ready to win this tournament. They eliminated the defending champions, the Italians. And Luciano Spalletti, when he was asked what happened, he said the players were not sure whether they came for the tournament or they came to train, and that's why they were eliminated. But one thing I will tell you is that I watched the Italians game, and one guy there, Predico Chiesa, was very sharp, together with Manuel Pellegrini. They were so sharp, and also Donnarumma. He is the captain of Italians, and he saved a lot of shots from Switzerland. So they were not sharp in the defensive midfield. They tried to ignore that Switzerland can score. That's where Switzerland scored 2 goals, and they eliminated these giants that are the Italians. We all say Luciano Spalletti, the head coach of Italy, make sure the next time Euro 2028 you'll be back with another bagger. But again, as the Croatian national team is not catching up with this Euro, I mean, age is main factor that is affecting players in Italy and also in this Croatia. Again, England will be facing Spain. You know, Spain, they have a best attacking. You know, they have the best attacking. You know, they have the best midfielder. They are Rodrigo. The Rodrigo is best, of course. The way he dribbles, the way he goes back to support the defense. So they have Nico Williams there. He has been dribbling. past defenders in these Euros, and also they have Fabian Ruiz. They have Marco Cucurella. They have best team. So what I can say is that England against Spain is not going to be easy game, but at the end of the day, one team should go on. So we are trying to see what will happen between Netherlands and Austria, and what I can tell you is that Netherlands, I can still shock you. Netherlands can win this game and they can go all through to winning this Euro tournament. But although it is quite a difference between the Netherlands that we have seen today and the Netherlands that we knew, the likes of Arjen Robben and Robin van Persie. But I'm very sure if we watch the World Cup 2010, that was happening in South Africa. And the one thing I want to tell you is that we are happy that Africa, for the first time, hosted Africa World Cup. This is quite different. And one thing I want to tell you is that this is a lesson that African countries need to understand. Because if we can host Africa Cup of Nations, we can still host World Cup. So South Africa hosted World Cup 2010 alone. So why not Kenya? This is a big question that we should ask as Kenyans, because in Kenya we should all qualify and host this World Cup. Because if South Africa, the likes of Cape Town, Johannesburg, the likes of Gutenberg, they can host, then why not Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, and Eldoret? We can be sure that we can host this World Cup the same way South Africa hosted the World Cup. You remember what happened in South Africa, whereby Spain won the World Cup? The goal that was scored by Andres Iniesta, that was the midfield icon for Barcelona. If you watch Barcelona, you know who is Andres Iniesta, the likes of Carlos Puyol, the likes of Ronaldinho, the likes of Samuel Eto'o. Those are legends. Those are legends that played for that tournament. And I will tell you this: the World Cup that happened in 2010 is quite different from that happened in 2014. Because in 2014 we saw Germany pulling that, and in 2018 we saw France. 2022, no, 2022 we saw the Argentinians winning this World Cup. So this is quite different from what we know. So if we can host Africa Cup of Nations, absolutely, we can go for it, and we can host for World Cup. So Euro tournament, I want to tell you this. I was discussing about the Netherlands national team, the likes of Angel van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk was not there back in those days, but now we have Nathaniel Ake, we have Ian Martel, we have Memphis Depay. He is there. He has been playing for Lyon. He went to Barcelona. Now he's playing for Atletico Madrid. It's quite different. So what I can tell you is that as we get into these quarterfinals, be assured that things are not going to be the same. We are going to be shocked. We are going to get teams here qualify up to semifinals. One team that I want it to go up to semifinals is Switzerland. Shedan Shakiri, Emmanuel Akanji. I want them to go all through, because it is not always that we know that is if it's not Italy, Portugal, France, we need to get new teams winning this Euro tournament. But as we saw that the Germans, they're not joking. Julian Nagelsmann's side, since they started this Euro tournament, they have been sure that it is going to be tough. And one thing I will tell you is that Julian Nagelsmann has been pulling very great performance when it comes to this Euro tournament and also the international competition, because he has best players. You see, he has Jamal Musiala. You see, he has Alkel Gundogan, Leroy Sane, the likes of Kai Havertz, the likes of Antonio Rudiger, who is very aggressive, the best defender. He won the La Liga with the Real Madrid. He won the UEFA Champions League with the Real Madrid. Now he is focusing with this Euro tournament. And also we have Tony Cruz. Tony Cruz, after a while, he retired for European football. He retired with the La Liga. Now he's focusing with the Euro tournament. So in Germany, they are acting as a threat, although they are hosting this tournament, but still they are acting as a threat when it comes to this Euro tournament, because they have been winning games. They have been having serious talents, the likes of Serge Gnabry, the likes of Joshua Kimmich, the likes of, they are there and they are serious with this game. So it's going to be tough. and also the players are serious. So one thing I will tell you is that this Euro is going to be tough, specifically when we approach this quarterfinals. So I want to tell you that Friday, be sure that things are going to be tough by this quarterfinals. But I want to tell you, I want this team known as Switzerland to win. But if going back to what happened when this Euro tournament started, we have been seeing teams like Slovakia, Slovenia, the likes of Georgia. You saw Georgia pulling one of the greatest performers. They had the best top goal scorer, and also up to now, Cristiano Ronaldo has only scored these penalties. He has not scored goal. Mbappe has scored only one goal. You know, so this shows how this tournament is very serious because those are the kind of players. Like when you have Messi, you are sure that Messi will score goals. So when you have Ronaldo, when you have Mbappe, when you have Panpasi, those are the players. When you have Sadio Mane, those are the players that you are sure that if I get a position to defend them, then I will be in tough problem. So what I'm saying that this Euro is quite different because we saw yesterday even Martin Dubravka saving a penalty from Cristiano Ronaldo. But after at the end of the day, you saw the likes of Diogo Dalot, the likes of Bernardo Silva, the likes of Robin Dias coming to console Cristiano Ronaldo. But he took the responsibility when they went up to the extra time and also the penalties. He was the one. He was the one who took that responsibility and scored the first penalty before Bruno Fernandes, before Bernardo Silva scored the others. But the man of the match there was Diego Costa, was the goalkeeper. And after the while, I saw how the goalkeeper was positioning himself, and that was how the goalkeeper was serious with this competition. But one thing I will say is that when it is your time to shine, then absolutely you're going to shine. Because I saw goalkeeper trying to save those three penalties, and saving a penalty is very crucial because this is Euro. Any player was given the responsibility to score a penalty. It means that the whole country, the whole nation is assured that you can score that. But Diogo Costa, he stood firm and he prevented those Slovenia guys from scoring. And he was the one. He was the man of the match. So this shows how Portugal is still struggling. Portugal, I think people. I have been following what people are saying, and they are saying that Cristiano Ronaldo is time that he can hang the boots and go and retire. But he said, I have seen again people say that they still love Ronaldo. There was a boy in the field yesterday saying that Cristiano Ronaldo, I've been your fan for the last 20 years, but now I don't have this energy to support you. So those were Slovenia supporters trying to say how they love Ronaldo, but yesterday they were backing their national team. But I think it is not time for Ronaldo. Ronaldo is 39 years old. We have Pepe. Pepe is 40 plus years old. So still he's playing. He was trying to block the Slovenia guys from scoring and also trying to defend there perfectly. So I will say that this mentality of players just retiring at the age of 30 is not even the best that we could say. But I will always tell you this that Ronaldo is pulling the best performance when it comes to European title. He has been Italy. He is quite extraordinary because Ronaldo has been to Spain. He scored goals. He won Ballon d'Or. He went up to Italy. He played for Juventus. He won goals. He won games. He won Euro. He won Champions League. He went to Manchester United where he started. But the problem now in Manchester United is where he faced problems with the Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag is the head coach of Manchester United, and there is always a problem that I will always tell any person who understands football that Eric Ten Hag is not the best coach for Manchester because he has been having problems. You saw what happened when Jordan Sancho was there. He was not giving Sancho the time to play, and Sancho threw that loop to just move away from Manchester. Manchester, and I will tell you this: Manchester has been as Manchester. Jordan Sancho is how is not sure with what he's doing, but I will say that Sancho is the best dribbler that you can have in European football. Sancho has been there. Sancho has been very lethal when it comes to these tournaments. You have seen what happened. Although they were not lucky during this UEFA Champions League final, they were defeated. But Sancho is not lucky. You know, one thing I will say is that when it comes to these players, they are still human beings. So there is always a problem between coach and also the players. So Eric Ten Hag had a lot of problems with the coach, the players. He has been arguing the players. When it comes to press, he's giving a lot of complaints about the players, and that is why Jadon Sancho, when they took, I remember those days when we had Sancho, Jude Bellingham, and also Erling Haaland. Borussia Dortmund was so lethal. Man City secured a spot to sign Erling Haaland. Real Madrid secured a spot to sign Jude Bellingham. Now we have this guy. We have this guy now, Jordan Sancho, who came to Manchester. But still, the problem in Manchester is how the player is being handled. Ten Hag is handling players in the wrong way, and I can say that this is very bad. And I will always say, if you are a player, if you are a coach, and there is always a problem, then you can solve it without us getting to know what is happening. Because if at all you handle it in the soft way. I saw there is a game where Manchester was defeated by Liverpool, and Marcus Rashford, he went ahead to just enjoy with the fans, and also he went through the club. So that one, Ten Hag has been arguing about that one. So I don't know what is the problem in the Ten Hag, but if he is sure that he is going to remain at Manchester, he need to change and he need to handle things in the right way. Of course, remember, this is Dimbala Freak. We are analyzing the Euro 2024 tournament. You know that today Netherlands is there. We want it to proceed to the quarterfinals. Already teams have secured their spot for the quarterfinals. The likes of Belgium has been eliminated. Big teams have been eliminated by this Euro tournament. France is all through to the quarterfinals. We have the Portugal after they secured a very light win yesterday, but still we are focusing with what is going to happen between today, whereby Netherlands is going to play, and it has already started. They are playing against Romania, and it is very sure that this game is not going to be easy. Romania, a very small team that no one expected that this Romania will go through to round of 16. This is a big surprise to me, because I never expected Romania to go up to this tournament. So what I can say is that this is a very big surprise, and if Romania can win against Netherlands, then I'll be happy. I'll be happy to see these teams playing for quarterfinals. I will be happy to see Romania going all through up to finals. And also Switzerland. I said Switzerland as one of the best players. I said they have Ricardo Rodriguez. When you have Ricardo Rodriguez in the defense, and also the Manuel Akanji. You remember Pep Guardiola saying that Manuel Akanji has been there in Man City, and he always has an easy time. That was Pep Guardiola. And you remember Pep Guardiola is one of the best coaches that you'll ever have. Pep Guardiola has been saying that Emmanuel Akanji understands French, he understands English, Portuguese, and also he understands. I remember the other language where he understands German. So he was saying that Emmanuel Akanji gives him an easy time to coach him. And that's why you saw him pulling great performance. Together with Ricardo Rodriguez in the defense, then you are sure that things are not going to be easy for any team that is going to face Switzerland. So I am sure that this Euro is going to give us surprise. This Euro is going to give us one of the teams, and I want Switzerland to win. If Switzerland wins, either Romania, today I want to see, at the end of the day, what will happen in Romania game, because you see, Portugal, they were so loose, and that's why even Slovakia, if Benjamin Sesko could have scored that goal, that will be a biggest heartbreak for Portugal, a team that we expect that it goes up to finals, but they were struggling to win against Slovenia, a team that people never expected it to go to quarterfinals. So I will tell you this: I will be happy to see even Netherlands being eliminated by Romania. So this is Euro 2024 tournament, and of course, you know that we are discussing this tournament for Euro 2024. That is 17th edition. That is happening in Munich, Germany, and of course, you know that when it comes to Germany, they have the machines there. But one thing I will always tell you that you remember the time when we had the likes of Alvaro Morata, but there was a debate that was happening. There was a debate that was happening like, why is Morata given this captain badge for Spain and not Dani Carvajal and not when you have Morata, but when I look at what Morata does for this team, Morata has been scoring goals. Morata has been there for Spain for a long time. But Dani Carvajal, experience, when we focus in this way, that experience, they will give Dani Carvajal. But when you look at how the team has been scoring goals, the team has been winning games, then Morata has been the game changer for the Spain national team. And I will always tell you that Morata is the man for the Spain. Give him this ban. He has been there. He has been scoring goals. He has been helping this Spain national team to go all through and win games. During this Euro 2024 qualification, I remember Morata Spain playing against other teams, and Morata has been a key player. He scores goes through all through, and also making sure that this team has the best performance when it comes to any tournament. And also, you remember back in 2022, you remember how Morata played during this Qatar. I will always say, but it depends with how you look it. If you internalize it in this way, where you look at the individual player performance, then you'll give it Alvaro Morata, because Dani Carvajal is a quite good player, but experience, we say about the experience. Experience now is totally different. So I will always say Morata is very key player to Spain, and also he is very good player when it comes to this tournament. So he is the one. So I can see Netherlands have scored. Cody Gakpo has already scored for Netherlands. So it's quite sure that Netherlands can go through and win this Euro tournament. So Cody Gakpo in the 21st minute has scored for Netherlands. This shows how Netherlands. But I told you, when I looked at this Netherlands team, I saw they have best defense. They have Virgil van Dijk, they have Nathaniel Ake. So it is not going to be easy for the Romania, but Romania is a very small team, because I remember the Netherlands, they qualified as the best team in that group C, and if they win today, absolutely they are going to face a tough side, and that is the game that I want to see, because I want to see the performance of Netherlands, because I saw them being very sharp when it comes to striking. Memphis Depay, Cody Gakpo, they strike with a lot of seriousness, and that is why now they have scored. So in the 21st minute, Cody Gakpo has scored for Netherlands, and this is quite impressive for the Netherlands, and I'm very sure wherever Robin van Persie is, Arjen Robben is quite happy by the performance of the Netherlands. But when I watched the World Cup 2022, Netherlands, they have Louis van Gaal, who is the head coach, but he was not making these players show their ability to play, because the kind of lineup he was giving. I remember in 2022, I was following this World Cup very keenly, and I remember Netherlands playing uh, 3-4-2-1 formation. This is not a lineup that can be useful for this Netherlands, because they play attacking game. Netherlands play attacking game. So if you give them that formation, then you are sure that the defense will be left by one man, and you cannot be a one man and try to defend. So if I'm given Virgil van Dijk, then I'm very sure that I will try to convince him. So that is why Netherlands lost when it comes to a World Cup 2022. But I'm very sure they are going to give us the best when it comes to this Euro 2024 tournament. Remember, this is Africa 24 Dimba pre-analysis for the Euro 2024. Of course, you know that we are going to give you the best analysis when it comes to this Euro tournament that is happening in Munich, Germany. Of course, I will not remember, I will not forget what happened in 2022. There was a lot of things there, and teams pulled the greatest performance. And yesterday, the penalty save from Cristiano Ronaldo gave me this feeling where I remember the likes of Ilka Casillas. There's a player who played for Real Madrid, Casillas. Casillas was there for Real Madrid, and he was the best goalkeeper. The likes of Edwin van der Sar, the likes of Ilka Casillas, the likes of Peter Cech. That is what I saw yesterday when Cristiano Ronaldo penalty was saved by Martin Dubravka. But so yesterday there was a big confusion. Either you give Martin Dubravka the man of the match or Diego Costa. But Martin Dubravka made sure that they block every passage. They block Ronaldo's shot. They block every corner that he is able to score. But at the end of the day, I felt for Cristiano Ronaldo, because if Ronaldo could have missed that first penalty, very sure that things would not be easy. Things would not be uh, easy for him, because the difference between him and Messi, those 8 speech, fans are there in the, fans like scrolling players. But one thing I'll always tell those who scroll Ronaldo and Messi is that there is a big difference between Messi and Ronaldo, because Messi is a talented player, but when it comes to Ronaldo, this is a pure hard work. This is where we talk about hard work, because Ronaldo can, yesterday he had 5 free kicks, and the way he positioned himself for scoring the free kick, then you can tell that this is a player who believes in hard work, because those shots that Ronaldo even gives, you can be assured that this is a player who can score goals at any point, at any time. But Messi, he is very soft. But the kind of dribbling that Messi does, then you can be assured that this is pure talent. So yesterday, if Portugal could have been eliminated by the Slovenia, then Ronaldo could be in an auto because I saw even yesterday the fans from Slovenia pulling jersey number 10 for Lionel Messi. So what I can say is that still the hate is there. But if you watch Messi playing and with Ronaldo playing, then you'll be happy, because there will be no anyone who will play like these two guys. There used to be Ronaldinho, there likes to be Robinho, the likes of Mesut Ozil, but there will be no one who played like Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Remember, this is the Freak 24, where we analyzing the games that are happening, the games that we are playing in Euro 2024. And before I forget, the assist for Netherlands that was given by Simons. Simons is a very good player. Xavi Simons. You saw the other day scoring the goal, but the VAR rejected the goal. But according to me, I will say this VAR came to just waste football, because you can see players scoring goals, but still VAR will just try to reject the goal, because that goal for Netherlands, whereby they scored against France, I will tell you that that was a clear goal. Xavi Simon scored that one a clear goal, but still VAR rejected the goal. So there is a debate that is happening that we can scrap this VAR, we can just take away this VAR from the games, but still the VAR is not important, because if the center referee has said this is a clear goal, then why do we go to the VR? Why do we go to the video assistant referee? And this is a technology whereby it can make mistakes. Even you and this can make mistakes. Why not technology? So I will always say the VR should be scrapped from football, because it is wasting a lot of players. If your player to score goal and it is rejected, then you lose that morale and the momentum. Remember, this is Afrique 24, and here we are discussing, analyzing the Euro 2024, because on Friday we'll be having the quarterfinals whereby teams have already qualified, the likes of France, Portugal, the likes of England, and also Germany. Today, Netherlands playing against Romania, and Netherlands in the 27th minute they are leading. A goal that was scored by Cody Gakpo in the 21st minute. In Africa 24, we keep you informed when it comes to sports, and also give you the best analysis when it comes to Euro 2024 tournament that is happening in Munich, Germany. Absolutely. Wherever you're watching, either in the United States, UK, they were watching this Dimbal Afrique, and of course, you will be informed when it comes to sports. And also, remember, we always have our political show that happens here in Afrique 24. Remember that to always keep your eye informed, because in Afrique 24, we will keep you entertained and also informed. Today we had this demonstration that is happening, and of course, the demos that are happening in our country is about the Gen Z. The Gen Z, they are giving the government a lot of problems. Like, they don't want the government. So remember, in African 4, we have that political show. Go and give your ideas, opinion, and say whatever you want to say about the political forum. Because in African 4, then you are given this you are given this forum to just come and say what you can say that can be helpful to those who are not able to speak. We amplify voice for the voiceless. So this was a Euro 2024 post analysis and also pre analysis, whereby we will be giving you this information until date 14 July 2024, whereby we'll be having the finals for Euro 2024. The big question is, who is going to win this Euro 2024? Is it France? Is it Germany? Is it England or Switzerland, Portugal? Who is going to win? Because this is a very prestigious tournament that any team that wins them, it will be recognized as the European Championship, because we have UEFA Champions League, we have this Euro 20 Euro tournament. Of course, this is a tournament that entails all the European countries. Of course, the Copa America that is happening. Argentina, they are playing. You saw yesterday Uruguay play against USA, whereby Uruguay score one goal, and the USA were eliminated. Now the Copa America now enters into the quarterfinals, but we will always be giving you those updates when it comes to our Freak 24 Dimba show. Thank you for tuning for today's show, and that was a bit important for us who understand that Euro is happening, and if you love football, then you will be sure that in Africa 24 you'll get the best when it comes to football analysis. Thank you so much for tuning, and we meet here same place, same time, as we give more details about football generally.